We are so, with several O's, excited to be here with fashionista extraordinaire Tommy Chaucer. Tommy.
Hey, and excited is right, because today is all about the skirt. After 2 years of heavy tailoring with all manners of trouser, baby, the skirt is back.
Okay.
So cop a feel of these. Now, our first skirt is a circle skirt, modelled by the beautiful Kirsty.
Hello.
Just £65.
She can't be. Oh, you mean the price?
And it's a skirt that's an expression of joy. It's summertime, it's good times, it's light, it's airy, and it's fun.
It's a happy skirt,
Yes.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
very elated.
It's over the moon.
It is. It's chuffed to bits.
Can't wipe the smile off its
No,
face.
it's billowy.
Like a windsock.
Like a windsock.
Is it?
Or like a tent.
Yes,
Or
a marquee, wedding marquee,
like
maybe?
a big wedding marquee that's not been moored properly.
That's right. And you can see exactly what the skirt does for Kirsty's posture, the way she walks, the way she holds herself. And wow, Kirsty owns it.
Really? Oh, well, thank you for bringing it in, Kirsty.
I mean, she makes it work for her.
Oh, totally, yeah. I mean, Simon,
Yes.
say something.
It's got a beautiful silhouette.
Yes, I mean,
Yes.
it is a great shape. It really is.
I would also add that it's comfortable, modest, and good for Sunday best. Useless.
And it's got 2 poppers, so you can adjust it if you do change in size or once a month, possibly.
Because when a woman enters the menstrual stage of a feminine cycle, she will swell around the tummy.
So let's bring out our next gorgeous girl, Julia.
Julia!
Now, this is a Dirndl skirt.
Now, this I love.
It's shaped like a bell, concentrated around the waist, around the hips, and this one is very on trend.
It is like a stripy bell with her legs as the hammer. Feel the fabric, Simon, then talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Have a feel.
Feel the fabric.
Oh. Yeah. Decent.
Yeah?
Exactly, and it's
Decent bit of skirt. So, no, sorry, I take that back.
Well, it's saying Dolce Vita, Roman holiday.
It is, it's saying...
Molto bene!
Molto bene!
Molto bene!
Molto bene! Not that loud, but, you know... There's no getting away from it, Tommy. Sometimes Simon and I can be outrageous, really can. Let's look at another woman in a skirt.
Our next skirt is modelled by the lovely Louisa.
Oh, very curvy stripes, like she's been squeezed out of a giant tube of Colgate lady paste.
And we've paired the skirt with daring red shoes that really draw the eye. And it says I'm on the town, it says I mean business. It says I'm comfortable, but I'm nobody's fool.
Yeah, it's saying I'm a whirling dervish. Yes, I like to go to the office, but sometimes I like to sit on a park bench with Ryvita and Philadelphia looking sad. But it's also saying I'm happy, I like to leap in the air and sing, whoa, body form. That's, yeah.
It never bloody shuts up, this
Yeah,
skirt.
well,
What are you talking about?
it is a stripy chatterbox.
It is.
Good.
It's a magnificent skirt.
Tommy, join me at the lady. I think this look works for Julia, but I can also see her perhaps with her hair up.
Totally. Excuse
like
me, my
this.
darling.
Thank you, darling. Maybe a shocking pink clutch bag, sleeves pushed up, LA Law style.
Totally.
See that?
Hair up, daytime casual, hair down, one word, accessorise. Wrist, neck, ears.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
No.
Nails, lots of colour, accessories where you can really let your hair down.
Yeah, although I just told you to put it up to me. She's smiling. Earrings, maybe a couple of big hoops. Just toss your head back and shake it around, let them clank against your neck.
Thanks, Louisa.
Thanks, sweetheart. That was sensational. Father Paul, just in case anyone thinks I'm trying to lure you into breaking some sort of vow of silence by asking you a question, you can speak, can't you, Father?
Well, I wouldn't be much of a spokesman if I never spoke.
Catty! I like that. I like that. Why is it that monks love silence so much?
We all need silence, and it's harder to find in the modern world.
Yes, what one thinks is silence is often not, because you listen a little harder, you can hear the beep of a truck reversing, or in the still of the night, what one thinks is a neighbour's baby crying, but in actual fact it's 2 foxes making love with one another.
I suppose the only place one can find true silence would be outer space.
Hence the phrase, in space, no one can hear you scream.
From Alien.
Yes, I remember when I first saw that, I thought, finally, a movie that acknowledges the fact that sound cannot travel through a vacuum. I bet you guys would love a vacuum.
It'd save the brothers having to sweep the floor.
There's that cattiness again. I mean, you're clearly a character. You definitely are.
From a Christian perspective, silence is a way of forming a deeper bond with God.
Although some young Christians use noise in much the same way that sirens of Greek mythology would lure unsuspecting sailors onto the rocks, the young Christians will sing hymns whilst banging a tambourine, and in the confusion, you end up believing in God.
Well, every individual has their own way of communing with God, but that's not to say that silence is purely religious. I mean, it can work wonders for your mental well-being. Why don't we try it right now? 1 minute.
Okay. The footage you're watching has been sped up. Current BBC programming guidelines prohibit on-air silences over 30 seconds in duration, except for state funerals like Diana's or Springwatch. While greater flexibility is permitted for BBC's 2 and 4, BBC One viewers are thought to benefit from content with frequent noises. There's your minute. Life as a monk begins at sunrise. As we quietly dwelt on our relationship with the Lord, it occurred to me that God, all-knowing, invisible, and all around us, is identical to high-speed Wi-Fi, which I know for a fact that they have at the monastery. I wondered what these men might have been before they found God. Can you read a man's story in his face? I believe you can. If I had to guess, I'd say this monk was quite high up in ICI. This monk also worked for ICI, but in a more junior role. I don't have any ideas about this monk. And this monk briefly joined the band D-Ream after Brian Cox left to become a scientist. I decided to stroll the grounds and soon found myself walking like a monk, hands behind my back, nodding at passers-by, a smile as my resting face. But smiling constantly starts to make your face ache. I wondered if it felt the same for Holly Willoughby. Although the Bible doesn't mention potted plants, monks absolutely love them. But when I lent a hand, I began to see a very different side to these brothers. You see, silence can be a kindness. It can show courtesy to a fellow clay pigeon shooter. But anyone who's driven home with their wife after a row at a party will know that silence can be used as a weapon. Could the monks have been doing the same? It amused me to imagine I was in an institute full of angry wives in big brown dresses. But the more they pretended not to see me, the more I wondered if it was intentional. And when a sprightly monk snatched my pot, I became convinced they were trying to break me. Perhaps they were tapping Morse code messages to each other on plant pots, like, "Why isn't this new man wearing brown? Let's pick on him till he either cries or cuts his hand."
And here is the woman herself to tell us more about her new series that shines a light on women in science. It's writer and broadcaster Dee Gilhooly.
Just to clarify, by the way, some viewers may mistakenly think that your second name is Hooley and your first name is Deagle. In actual fact, your second name is Gilhooly, your first name is Dee. That's a full name, not an initial.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Wicked to be here.
Cool.
So you're perhaps best known as one of the regulars on Radio 4's Woman's Hour.
Which, by the way, guys, well worth a listen.
Oh, I wouldn't have had you down as a fan, Alan.
Well, it's a curious story. I was actually stuck in traffic and Classic FM were playing music from an advert which I dislike. So I found myself listening to Woman's Hour and I thought, this is actually good.
Tell your friends.
I did. I told 10 men and they will tell 10 men and they will tell 10 men to tell 10 men to tell 10 men. It sounds like the kind of song you'd sing on a coach trip, but it's actually true.
Now, your radio series focuses on trailblazers and groundbreakers in the field of science.
Bang on, yeah. It's a chance for some brilliant, lesser-known women to have their stories told, you know what I mean? So, with all due respect to your Ada Lovelaces or Rosalind Franklins, we're going to be looking at women under the bonnet, as it were, the fuel in the turbocharger.
Because there's some fascinating women here. We're talking Vera Rubin, Nettie Stevens, Cecilia Payne. I mean, brilliant women.
Oh, kick-ass women. Yeah, Cecilia Payne's actually is an amazing story. A British astronomer, got her doctorate at 25, boom. And she wrote a paper on the composition of the stars, but was persuaded not to publish it by her colleague Henry Norris Russell. Years later, her findings were published and credited to, you've guessed it,
Henry Norris Russell?
Bingo. You still with us, Alan?
Yeah. See, I'm sorry to... Actually, it makes me physically sick to say this, but I was miles away. Which shows this is a real problem within men, isn't it? What I will say, the purposes of clarification, is you don't put fuel in a turbocharger. It's a small turbine housed within the exhaust that utilises excess gases, loops them back round, increases power output. So small capacity engine, big hike in power, very efficient. That was told to me by an engineer in oily overalls called Karen. Woman.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Well, because women in jobs like that have to put up with their fair share of jeering, you know, even now in 2018, and they just have to accept it.
If I can just speak as a male, I'm sorry, I have sinned. I've stood on the pavement with other men and slow hand clapped as I watched a woman try to parallel park. And that's wrong. And I think if I saw the same thing happen today, I would just, shout out instructions.
Or just leave her alone.
Yeah, I'd shout out instructions or just leave her alone. I'd ask her which she prefers.
Or just leave her alone.
Or just leave her alone. Yeah.
These issues need to be aired by women. We're still seeing powerful men harassing women when all they want to do is do their jobs and be left alone.
Amen.
Hey, women. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I don't mean I feel you. I wouldn't do that unless I was your doctor or your boyfriend. But I totally identify with what you're saying.
Well, I think the Me Too's a woman thing,
Yeah,
really, isn't it? I mean, I'm not sure it's that helpful for a man to presume to know what that's like, to be honest, but anyway.
Of course it is.
Yes.
If men actually listened to what women were saying on harassment, then they'd shut up and listen, but they don't. So we're still seeing the same things time...
I've been sexually harassed.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware.
It's not quite the same thing that women have been through, but it is a bit. Now, mention our American cousins, and most people think weaponry, donuts, racism, and brown paper shopping bags with no handles. What's all that about?
Oh dear, I thought you were having a stroke there. But there's much more to America than that. Time for New SA, our first regular update on the state of the states. We're joined by our very own Ruth Duggan for a segment as American as Mum's apple pie.
thought you were having
and
a
who
stroke.
doesn't love Mum's apple pie?
Well, sure I would. I met your mum, but I imagine a kind of Nanette Newman type, crimping crusts and cutting out love hearts from excess pastry to plonk on the top of the pie lid.
Something like that. What about your mum's?
Well, I love my mum, but I have to say she made bad pies. And even though she loved me, she managed to make a pie without putting any love into it whatsoever. So, yeah, just chopped apples, pastry, lots of brown sugar, but, as I say, no love. But Ruth, I bet you loved your mum's apple pie. First up, police raid a house in Cleveland and find 4 dead men in a septic tank. Not the kind of story anyone likes.
I do, actually. I love anything like that.
Right.
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah, right, you mean the apple pie. And the same, though, Ruth. All the pastry turns into a fat back.
Well, quite. It's been described as a truly gruesome sight.
What?
A vision of hell. Dismembered limbs from as many
right,
as...
I think you've got a bit of a delay on the line.
delay on the line.
Copycat.
So I'll just try and soldier on as best... Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
It's all right. I was just saying the same thing as you said.
I should just try and push on and assume that you can hear... Yep, go ahead, Alan.
No, you go ahead.
Shall
You
I
go
continue?
ahead.
So
You
I'll
go
try-
ahead.
I didn't
You
quite
go
catch-
ahead. It's like trying to have a chat on a webcam with someone in the Philippines. Or bloody anywhere in the world.
Yes, sorry, after you.
And Ruth, stop talking. We're starting again. Nod when you get this. Now, Ruth, hello.
Hello.
Good. Do you like your mum's apple pie?
Yes.
And I believe the police have found the remains of 4 dead men in a house in Cleveland.
Yes, that's right.
Well, tell us about it and give us a long answer so we don't have to keep going back and forth.
Now?
Yes, now. I should knock on the side of your box.
Well,
Ignore
as
the
I said,
box thing.
it's a grisly discovery. And while the identities of the men haven't been... Sorry, the side of my box? The owner of the house has been named locally as 51-year-old Brian Crilly, now the subject of a full-scale manhunt.
Well, Ruth, I think we'll leave it there for today. Thank you.
You're welcome, Jenny.
Let you go and enjoy the sunshine.
Too hot for me, I'm afraid.
You back with us next week?
The week after.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Ruth Duggan there, and apologies if there were any technical glitches. I think we got it sorted out in the end.
So if the plane gets into trouble, there's no ejector seat, so you'll have to bail out.
Why would the plane get into trouble?
And we just have to give you the bailout procedure.
Okay.
So if the pilot says jump, 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 you lower the seat, you unlatch the canopy, you unplug the radio, open the door, jump away from the plane, and deploy your parachute by pulling the D-ring.
D-ream?
No, D-ring.
Yes, of course.
Now, if you land in water...
Oh, hang on.
Say it again.
Yes, again.
Lower the seat, unlatch the canopy, unplug the radio.
Why not
open the
do
door.
that bit?
Well, you need to do that bit, otherwise you'll be tethered to the plane and pulled down to earth with it.
OK, I'll definitely do that then. I'll just asterisk the important ones.
Well, they were all important.
Yeah, I'll asterisk all of them then. And after a handful of toilet trips, which I'm told is perfectly normal, it was time to spread my wings like the arms of a bird and take off. Does this say latch or cat?
Can't look right now, sorry.
Can you radio and ask someone?
Not right now.
OK, but soon?